everybody. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is going to be a story time like Tana, but not as good. But it's a story about a really, really great, cool thing that happened in my life over 3 years ago, and that was that time Taylor Swift sent me a handwritten note and a bouquet of flowers for my college graduation. So, backstory, because why would Taylor Swift just be sending me flowers? Like, are we friends like that? The answer is yes. But before we get to that, I've been a fan since I was like 13, 12, something like that, and I'm 26 now. 26 as of 2 days from filming this, but probably 26 already by the time I put this out and edited it. Editor Ashley, is this true? Okay, exactly. So, you know, it's been over 13 years, and so I always have been to concerts and had a lot of other Taylor friends, and just, you know, Taylor was a big part of my life and someone I loved. Here are pictures to show you. Okay. And so basically I always have tried to, you know, meet her or see her or just do something because she is so important to me. And so in 2017, I was graduating college and moving to New York. Graduating from college in Florida, moving to New York. And I was obviously inspired by when Taylor moved to New York and just like becoming this new you and embracing the city. It's been waiting for you, have the time of your life, etc. Going to business school, all this. So I wrote a letter to Taylor inviting her to my graduation party, which was going to take place in Miami, where I'm from, on May 13th, 2017, because obviously 13 is a special number. And I said, you know, I know you're busy or not, but I would love to come. I'd love for you to come and celebrate with me. You mean a lot to me, and I'm really excited to start this new journey for myself, and just want to share it to you. And this was also during, you know, her disappearance from mainstream media and just being seen. She hadn't been seen in like a year and a half, so I was thinking, okay, well, a long shot if I've ever seen one, but I sent it to Taylor Nation, like headquarters or whatever their operation is in Nashville, and sent the letter, sent some pictures to, like, I guess, show proof of ID that I'm a Swiftie, and the invitation, and just put it out there. And then it came, and then fast forward 6 weeks, it's the day before, May 12th, and one of my best friends in the world who I met at a 1989 tour, her name is Shayna, insert a picture of me and Shayna, she came to stay with me for the weekend just to celebrate, because she's a friend, she lives in Boston, and so, you know, she knew I sent it, and I'm just like, you know what, Shayna, you never know, like, you never know what's going to happen, who knows. Let me call Shayna, actually, and ask her to give her account of this moment. So I'm filming the video now. Anything you want to say to the people about the moment?
Iconic.
Perfect. Okay, bye. Okay, so I agree with her. It was iconic. Fast forward the next day. It's like 7:30, 8 in the morning. We all just kind of got up. It was me, my mom, and Shayna, and we were going to get ready and decorate the house because everyone was coming here for the graduation party. And the doorbell rings. And so I go downstairs to see who it is, and it's a kid actually I went to high school with, funny enough, holding this massive, massive bouquet of flowers. And, like, crazy huge. I don't even know if, like, the pictures do it justice, but it must have been, like, 3, 4, 5 feet tall, like huge. And he gives it to me, and I'm like, who the hell would send me these? So I see these flowers, and there's a card attached, and I'm thinking to myself, who has sent me this? And I was like, and this is honest to God truth, in my mind I had two options. So it was either an estranged family member, who I'm not going to name, but who would do something like this to try and get my attention, basically try to do something nice to, you know, anyways. So I'm like, it's either him or it's Taylor Swift, because no one I know would ever spend this much money on flowers. I don't know anything about flower economics, but this shit must have cost a fortune. So I'm like, okay. I open the card, and just like everyone else, like, I look to the bottom right to see who it's from, and lo and behold, it says Taylor, and I recognize this handwriting right away, and I'm like, and I yell for Shayna. I haven't even read the card yet. I haven't read it, but I knew instantly it was Taylor because, I mean, you know, I don't know if this applies to everyone who's ever been a fan of Taylor, but like, I recognize her handwriting and her signature. So I yell to Shayna, who's upstairs, and I go, Shayna, come down here right now. And she goes, what is it? And I said, Taylor sent me flowers. And she goes, no, she didn't. I'm like, no, but Taylor has sent me flowers. And she goes, you're lying. And I'm like, I see why you would think that, but Taylor Swift just sent me flowers. And she runs downstairs. She's dressed already. I'm not dressed because I've been running around. I'm like in my pajamas. And I'm like holding this and I'm jumping. And I'm like, look at this, look at this, look at this. Whose handwriting is this? And she starts screaming because obviously she recognizes the handwriting. And my mother comes down and looking at me like I'm a nut job. And she goes, what are you talking about? Like, I'm like, Mom, these flowers are from Taylor Swift. And she goes, how? And I said, great question, but they are. And then everyone's like, read the card. So I read it, and I'll read it now because to this day, I mean, I know it by heart, but I'm going to story time. First, I'll show you. It has a drawing. Can you see it? Okay, there it is. It's a drawing of the New York City skyline, and there's me. It looks just like me. It says you, and it says, it's been waiting for you, NYC. So, just, you know, I mean, if she wasn't a singer, obviously she would be an artiste. Ashley, hi, love. I'm so sad that I can't make it to your graduation party. The New York theme, the photo booth, it being on the 13th, that's my kind of party. I'm so proud of you, your hard work and dedication, your excitement and ambition. I'm very lucky that a girl like you cares about me. Sending you my love and hugs, and to your family, love, Taylor. And I read that and I was like, okay, you know what? This is really nice. And I started freaking out. And I took a picture of it. And I took a picture of the card, and I took a picture of the flowers, which I put on my dining room table, and they touched the ceiling. Like, that's how huge they were. I tweeted it. And it went crazy because this is the first people have heard from Taylor in a year. And so there was no way for me to know if it was 100% from Taylor, because, like, it's not like Taylor Nation or her team or anyone gave me warning, but I knew. And I wasn't corrected, so I posted it, and it kind of, it went viral. Everyone kind of freaked out. E-News and People and all these things started posting about it and asking me questions, and it was crazy, and it was like the craziest week ever, and I had friends and family coming out of the woodworks coming over to see these flowers and to see it and be like, are these really from her? And I'm like, do I look like I'm going to spend $500-$600 on flowers? Like, girl, I wear $5 sunglasses. Of course not. And it was amazing. And so that happened, and it was great. And then fast forward 7 months after this, October, I had already moved to New York. I've been living in New York. I've been going to graduate school. I get a DM from Taylor Nation inviting me to a secret session for the Reputation Secret Sessions. And so I take Shayna with me because she's been on me for this whole journey. And we go to the secret sessions and in Rhode Island, and it was, like, obviously the greatest day in history. And I'll never forget, I walk in to the room and Taylor yells, Ashley Silvers, I'm so happy I finally get to meet you. And she was, like, maybe the coolest, most funny, smart, witty, nice, caring person. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, it's bad enough that she's, like, the greatest artist ever. But for her personality, when I tell you to match it and exceed it, it was amazing. She was perfect. She was everything I could have asked for and more. I've since then gotten to meet her another time. I got to meet her at her Reputation release party with my really good friend Jamie, who I met at the Secret Sessions. And I've been to concerts since, and just, there's nothing like it. Like, this was the most amazing thing to ever happen, and Taylor's just, like, the greatest person ever. She's perfect inside and out, and this card and everything was amazing, and I'm just really thankful for it. And so this was like a really nice trip down memory lane, and so anyway, that's it. I hope you liked this video. Taylor, I can never thank you enough for this. This was like the greatest story ever. The card, the secret session, everything. It's still one of my happiest memories. And to everyone who watched, thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon. I think my next video is going to be like a cute day in the life situation of going to an office, you know, going during COVID, having to be prepared, like what I do. I work in marketing. Maybe you'll find it interesting. I don't know. But we'll see. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time.